My condolence to all the families of the earthquake victims in Nepal. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Khara, for your kind words. Before I invite Councillor Helen, तपाईहरु अब हाम्रो यहाँको लिडरहरुले कम्युनिटीको डिफरेन्ट अर्गनाइजेसनको उहाँहरुले बोल्नु हुनेछ र तपाईहरु पर जानु भएको छ नजाइदिनुस् है यो नसकुन्जेल सबैजना बसौं हामी यहाँ बस्नुको मतलब हो हामी नेपालसँग साथ छौं नेपालमा जो भयो त्यसलाई हामी सपोर्ट गर्न आएको हौं र दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरु तपाईहरु नजाइदिनुस् यो नसकुन्जेलसम्म थ्यांक यू सो मच नाउ आई वुड लाइक टु इन्भाइट Councillor Helen to come and speak on behalf of Hume Council. Also, Councillor Helen is the member of Hume Interfaith Network. I'm in the executive as well. So, Councillor Helen.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to pay my respects and remember all the lives that have been lost in Nepal. I would also like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the Gunung Willumbalik land. The Gunung Willumbalik are the traditional custodians of this land. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I would like to put in an apology for Councillor Adam Hatmacher, who's the Mayor of Hume City Council, as well as Reverend Peter Wicks, who's the Chairperson of the Hume Interfaith Council. Unfortunately, they had prior commitments. I would like to acknowledge and welcome Mr Frank McGuire, the State Member for Broadmeadows, Andrew Crisp, Assistant Commissioner, Victoria Police, Councillor Chandra Baminasinga, my fellow councillor, Joe Caputo, Chairman of FECA, Mr Chin Tan, former Chairperson of the Victoria Multicultural Commission, members of Hume Interfaith Network that are here. I would like to thank Kara and Pasu and the Bhutanese community for organising today's multi-faith vigil. You are a small community with a big heart, and as a Hume City Councillor, I am honoured that you have chosen to settle in our community. Hume City Council and the Hume Interfaith Network embraces the 25 diverse faiths that make up Hume's spiritual fabric. Hume City Council and the Hume Interfaith Network are continually working together, strengthening social justice, deepening mutual respect, and promoting community participation and well-being. Unfortunately, it is at times of sadness that our human spirit shows its strength. I encourage our faith leaders to continue to work collaboratively and continue the dialogue with our community to further strengthen understanding and respect. My thoughts are with all the mothers and fathers that have lost children, with all the sisters that have lost brothers, and with all the brothers that have lost sisters, with all the children that have lost parents, and with all that have lost friends. But it is a time to focus on the living, as they are the ones that need our help. We stand with you side by side. If you are able to help financially, please see Pasu. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Helen, for your kind words. Now I would like to invite Assistant Commissioner Andrew Crisp for a few words to Nepal. Andrew.
I feel sorry for this man who has to keep coming up and raising and lowering the microphone. But while he's doing that, I too would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present. And namaste. Wonderful to see the faith leaders here, and we are actually blessed to live in such a multicultural community, and I love coming out to the north. The VIPs, and I'm sure they don't like being referred to as VIPs, and I certainly don't, have been acknowledged, so I'm sure they won't mind if I go through their names again. But I will, I mentioned Chin because some of us are still actually being paid to do what we do, although we certainly, we're here for all the right reasons, but Chin is no longer the chair of the Victorian Multicultural Commission, and again, it shows that I think that reflects the strength of his commitment to all communities, but particularly the Bhutanese and Nepalese community that is here today. So it's good to see you, Chin. Gatherings like this are so important, and I know these have occurred since the very early days of the tragedy in Nepal. It gives an opportunity for community to come together, to show grief and to share grief, and that's really important because that's a natural reaction. But then it's important from that grief to draw strength. Excuse me. To draw strength, and then as Frank said earlier, you actually from that strength to draw hope, and that's again what the community's done. It's done a lot of good work. It's done a lot of work in terms of raising funds and other resources that could be sent to Nepal. So again, it's important to continue this work over the next little while. Thank you, Pasu. Again, I can't comprehend a tragedy like this. My only touch point, my only reference is thinking back to 2009 here in Victoria when we had the Black Saturday fires. We lost more than 170 people. And I know the impact that it had on the community at that time. And so when we start talking about thousands and 8,000, in all honesty, it's really hard for me to comprehend those sorts of losses and the impact that it actually has on the community. When I talk about the impact on the community, and again thinking to the Black Saturday fires, my thoughts in Nepal are with the broad community, but they're also specifically with the military, with the police and with the relief workers. Because at times like this, they're expected to stand up and be leaders in the communities, but at the same time, they'll be impacted by what's actually happened in Nepal. I'm sure they've lost family members. So my thoughts in particular are with those people that are trying to take the leadership role and support the community that's still there. I remember, I think it was the very first Nepalese community event I went to here in the northern suburbs. And I admitted, I'm ashamed that I've never been to Nepal. It's a country that I'd love to visit. But I talked about my perception of Nepal, about the mountains, about it being the top of the world. I also talked about the strength of the Gurkhas and the Sherpas. And I thought about that physical strength. But with physical strength comes that mental strength. And I'm sure that's what will help Nepal get through this. I'm sure it's what will enable the country to rebuild, both physically in terms of the buildings, but also spiritually and mentally. So again, but it's important that we do what little we can. And again, my thoughts as a member of Victoria Police, a member of the community, I'm willing my thoughts back to Nepal to do whatever I can to support what's happening back there, but our community here. So again, thank you for the opportunity to be here and say a few words.
Civic representative from Parliament, Chin Tan, Andrew Crisp, and all the other, the faith leaders. Only you could do something like this, Pasu, within a couple of days to organize such a great event and have so many of the Bhutanese community here present today to pay our respect and in this vigil to what has happened in Nepal. I was born in Italy, so I know what it's like to have earthquakes. We still have, in Italy, we have two alive volcanoes. We have the Mount Etna and we got Vesuvius, which destroyed the whole city 2,000 years ago. So I know what it's like when the nature's force really comes alive and creates such a havoc amongst us humans. But the other thing about is when huge catastrophe of man-made happen, we all get indignant and we get angry and we want to do something about it, and we even want to hit against other humans for having done what they've done. When nature does some things like this, it brings people together because it demonstrates the commonality that us humans have, the fragility that we have in the face of nature, and how nature can be so powerful, and we often underestimate these events. I also agree with Andrew when he said that when you're talking about thousands of people, it's very difficult for us to imagine that catastrophe and the impact that it has had on the community of Nepal. But it's also on the other end, it's good to see that when catastrophe of this size and this magnitude happens, that the human solidarity comes together, and that brings the best out of humans. It brings the best in terms of wanting to do something about it, to assist and help those who survived. It comes together to pray for the survivors, and it prays also, in terms of those who have departed. On behalf of the Federation of Ethnic Communities Council of Australia, once again, I'd like to thank PASU and the Bhutanese community for organizing this event today. And also, I'd like to say to PASU, keep up the good work, and that you, together with your community, and of course, I'm not sure if all of you know, but PASU is also part of the Federation of Ethnic Communities Council of Australia, and we are very proud of PASU for his work that he's done in the past and has demonstrated that he's a real community developer. So once again, thank you very much, friends, and one and all, and thanks PASU and the Bhutanese community. Thank you.
तपाईहरुलाई के भन्न चाहन्छु भने अब लास्ट भोट अफ थ्याङ्क्स तिला भाइ हो त्यहाँदेखि पछाडी हाम्रो गेस्टहरुसँग विल टेक अ फोटोग्राफ with our guest after Tila Bhai's speech, so please don't go. After Tila Bhai's speech, we are going to have a photo with all our guests and everybody who is here. Now, to give the word of thanks, I would like to invite Tila, but before he comes, let me tell you, many of the leaders are community leaders here who don't know, Tila is one of aspiring leader in our community. I have worked in the community sector for many years. I have seen some leadership quality in this boy. He's working behind the scene very hard, doing all the work. He doesn't demand anything. And I really would like to see that this guy is taking our community ahead in the future. So Tila, come in the front.
Thank you, Palsu, for your beautiful words. Honorable guest Frank McGawar, MP, Chintan, former Chairperson, Victoria Multicultural Commission, Andy Krebs, Assistant Commissioner, Victoria Police, Joe Kapatu, Chairperson, PECA, Councillor Chandra, Councillor Helen, Dr. Raju Adhikari from Nepali community, and many leaders from different communities, faith leaders, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege and great joy for me to extend a vote of thanks to all those who have contributed in one way or the other to make this event a success. We understand that you have taken time out of your important schedule to attend and contribute to this event. And some of you have even traveled at a very short notice. Thank you for your presence. John Hada and MC Solar provided this sound system to run this event. I wish to thank John Hada and MC Solar for your support. I also acknowledge the Jet Australia Foundation for your contribution to the event. Most importantly, I acknowledge our volunteers who make this event happen, our fundraising team who went door to door, walk house to house to collect the money for the victims of Nepal. Before concluding, let me express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the guest of honor, Honorable MP Frank McGawar, former BMC Chairperson Chintan, Andrew Gibbs, Joe, Raju Adhikari, and councillors who have raised this occasion with their presence here today. Before I leave, I would like to say a few words for the Nepal. Don't lose hope, don't lose heart, stay strong. We are all with you. Love you, Nepal. Thank you.
Thank you, Tila bhai. Now the formal part of the program is complete, but we will stay here for some photographs with all of our guests, our community members, brothers and sisters. Let's come and take some photos. तपाईहरु पिछाडी बस्नु भएकोहरु फोटो खिच्न आइदिनुहोस् अगाडि. Thank you. ग्रुप फोटोको लागि तपाईहरु आइदिनुहोस्. आउनुहोस् तपाईहरु आउनुहोस् हाम्रो भुटनिस कम्युनिटी दाजुभाइ सबै आइदिनुहोस् यहाँ अगाडि जाइदिनुहोस् मामा उठ्नुहोस् जाइदिनुहोस् यहाँ हाम्रो सबैजना आउनुहोस् एभ्रीबडी प्लिज कम हाम्रो फेथ लिडर्स कोटे प्लिज कम डेभिड प्लिज या कोही तल बस्नुपर्छ पोलिटिक असेर आर्दैन नभए त अनि यो देखाउनुहोस् यहाँ बस्नु त भुइँमा बस्नु पर्यो कोहीजना पोलिटिक असो पोलिटी या पोलिटी हो पोलिटिक कस्नुहोस् अलि सबैजना उता फर्केर आई थिङ्क वी कम अलि अगाडि आउनुहोस् कि फोटो देख्न गाइन्छ अलि अगाडि विल बी इन द फ्रन्ट अलि अगाडि त्यो बिकज यसले छोड्नु छ अलि अगाडि सबैजना बस्नुहोस् आउनुहोस् यता उताको मान्छे यता आइदिनुहोस् परको दिदीहरू सबैजना यता आउनुहोस् अगाडि बस्नु अगाडि बस्नुहोस् उता साइडमा होइन अगाडि बस्नुपर्छ दिदीबहिनीहरू अगाडि आइदिनुहोस् यता अगाडि बसिदिनुहोस् अगाडि त्यहाँ भेट्दैन अगाडि आउनुपर्छ फोटोले भेट्दैन लामो भयो यहाँ आउनुहोस् त अगाडि आउनुहोस् त उतापट्टि फोटो चुचोड पुग्दैन लामा भाइ आउँदै यहाँ छिटो गरेर छिटो बसिदिनुहोस् फोटो खिच्न अगाडि आइदिनुहोस् चक्रभाइ छोड्दा पछाडि तपाईँ छोड्नुहोस् त पछाडि रिड एट द ब्याक दे टेकिङ द फोटोग्राफ फ्रम द ब्याक ओ यस